we gotta do is say yes. Don't deny what you feel, let me undress you, babe. Open up your mind and just rest. I'm about to let you know you make me so. Don't deny what you feel, let me undress you, babe. Open up your mind and just.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Coffee Not Tea. This will make episode 3. Hey, hello, and how do you do? So, wow, y'all, this past week has been a lot, but we're gonna always just continue to move forward. I know that I went to play pickleball this past weekend, and for somebody who's not in the gym currently, I used to be a gym rat. But for somebody who hasn't really moved their body the way that they have been, well, the way that they're supposed to, especially since having a baby, pickleball whooped my ass. But I don't feel as sore as I thought I would, Like, I feel it in my knee, but not as much. Like, it's just like, okay, I think I'm going to need a knee brace because I'm like, all this booty is just sitting on, these thighs and it's sitting on his knee. So it's just like, I need to go ahead and take care of that. But pickleball is such an amazing sport. I think it brings people together. Like me and my husband, we played against my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law. We also played against my cousins and my mother-in-law. It was just a great time. It was a great sport. It wasn't hot outside. My baby was out there chilling. It was just a good time. So before it gets cold outside, everybody needs to go and pick up a hobby like pickleball. It's great. And speaking of it being cold outside, it is not. However, it is officially fall. And I can't wait to put up my fall decor. Oh my God. I come alive in the fall time. And that means decor. That means my wardrobe. Like, I have to go and start putting my long sleeves and my coats, put that in the way where the summer stuff is and put the summer stuff away for now. I got to do my little one too. And fall time, like, the movies, everything, I love it. I come alive in the fall time. Like, it's a great time to be alive every year. And being in Georgia, I don't know what we're going to expect as far as the weather this year, but whatever it is, bring it on. Bring it on. I like the cold. It never bothered me none, honestly. Just always take your vitamins. You should be good to go. But even though it's fall time and we're supposed to be drinking hot coffee, I made myself a iced coffee. And she's good. Excuse my straw. This is the first straw I saw in the drawer and I just picked it up. Hold on. That's good. Shout out to my sister, Cam Bam. She put me on to making iced coffee at home because I would have always been going to Starbucks to get mine. But you know what? She put me on because she is a coffee girl herself. And so the recipes, everything, my good girl she got me. So this is a caramel iced coffee and it is so good. I think what I'm going to start doing is like posting the coffee recipes that I make on the video, or if you guys want to know, I can give instructions for those that are listening. And it's great. It tastes really good and it gets me wired to get through this episode because we have so much to do today. Like, after I'm done with this episode, I got to go work out. So that means I have to get my baby together, get me together, and, go work out, come back. It's a lot. So we're going to get the day started. So y'all, again, like I said, it's so much going on. Well, so much has happened in this past week. So we're going to dive right into it. But I first want to start by quoting Pastor Mike Jr. I love that man. Pastor Mike Jr., even though I'm in Georgia, I'm going to make a way to go to his church because every time I catch a sermon, I'm just like, wow, you're talking to me. So Pastor Mike Jr. said in his past sermon, fear is hell's marketing department. Let that resonate. I'm going to wind that back. Fear is hell's marketing department. And what he said is, when you have a calling to do something, there's always going to be signs that you have to move on. You're not happy where you are. You're not happy at your job. You're not happy in said relationship. It's a lot of things, right? And, I feel like we're forced to live in this type of mindset where it's like, okay, you're on a job that you barely like, but because it provides safety, financial security, you're going to stay. And then he said that fear also craves safety over obedience. So you're at said job that you don't really care for, but you know that you are meant to do something else. You're meant to do more. And I feel like that resonated with me so much. And it's just like, I have so many things that I want to do in my life. I have so many things that I want to do as an entrepreneur, as a mom. It's just a lot that I want to do. And that's why I decided to bring back the podcast, of course, because I'm like, my podcast is my baby. Granted, it's been a while, but it's never too far off in my mind. Like, I know the things that I need to do. I know my calling. And I feel like God is continuously leading me in the right direction. For that, I thank him. Amen. So make sure, like, what y'all doing throughout the week, make sure that you are knowing, like, the fear is not, it's a sin. Fear is a sin. It keeps you comfortable even though you're supposed to do more. Fear is hell's marketing department. And we're not there. We're not there. We're meant to do more. Amen? Amen. All right, now that we have said that, thank you so much, Father God. We're going to get into Neyo and his 4 girlfriends, y'all. And I'm so sick of love songs. This nigga, this man, he has 4 girlfriends. And as you know, if you don't know, he has recently been divorced. And now he has 4 girlfriends, and this is now called a pyramid. Him, Christina, Pretty Baby, Ariel, Hill, Twin Flame, Monet or Moni, Phoenix Feather, and Brianna Williams, Sexy Little Somethings. That's their names, y'all. That's their names. And he publicly made his pyramid in March of 2025 of this year, and has been out with them in public settings. And to each his own. Like, if that's what you want to do, cool. But my thing is, as a woman, and then as a woman that's been, with body changes and everything, I can't even imagine the type of yeasties that goes around in that relationship. Because it's just like, you are having a relationship with a man and 3 other people. So a man and 3 women, and you, the body fluids, the juices. And it's just like, whoa. The bacteria vaginosis that I would think, because it's just like, who's to say that these women are just with Neyo, What is that? Like, I don't know. I'm not here to judge, but, I'm just like, okay, Neyo, do you, baby, but, it ain't giving. It ain't giving, but hey, be great. Be great. But I just feel like, with these women, I don't really know the mindsets, but if it works for you, then it works for you, babe. I'm just a messenger. I just wanted to touch on that briefly because, babe, it's too much. But what I do want to touch on is the Delta State University lynchings, because apparently it was 2 in Mississippi. I believe it was one student who was lynched at Delta State University, and then it was another black man. They both were black. A black man that was lynched in Mississippi, and it's too much, y'all. This is 2025, and I feel like this is scary times, Like, what is happening? And then I'm so proud to be black, but it's also a scary thing to be black, because it's just like, you can't even go to school to get an education anymore without your life being threatened. And then, they were saying that it was no foul play, like he did that himself. I'm going to be honest and look at this camera in the eye when I say this. That man did not lynch himself. That man, it's Mississippi. That man did not lynch himself. But you know what? I pray that the families of these two young men, I pray for peace. I pray for strength. And I pray for justice, because I feel like I haven't heard much since it was covered that one day. After that, it was no more. And I feel like that's where the downfall is when it comes to things being televised properly, or news coverage covering things properly. Scary times we live in, honestly. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Hold on. That's good right there. That's a good cup of joe. Next, I want to get into Dame Dash on The Breakfast Club. Now, I love The Breakfast Club, right? I don't wake up early enough to actually hear it live on the radio, but now that it's the podcast, you can stream the episodes now. I catch my Breakfast Club episodes on the episodes that I want to listen to. And I'm going to first say, I love Charlamagne. I know Charlamagne get all the hate in the world, but you can never make me hate Charlamagne. Like, Charlamagne the God, Leonard? That's my guy. Because one thing about him, I feel like, early in his career, straight up asshole. He knows that. But I feel like, within the past, maybe year and a half, 2 years up until now, I feel like, even now, like, I feel like he's changed. He's changed the way he's thinking. He's changed the way that he, kind of speaks before he thinks. I feel like things are now strategized with him, right? But I do feel like you can have a conversation with Charlamagne, just don't get out of line with Charlamagne. As anybody else, Because my thing is, that tongue, sharp. Don't play with Charlamagne. Do not play with Leonard. That tongue is sharp, and he gonna read you. And one thing I love about him, he loves to make you look like the donkey of the day. Like, if you come at him wrong, he gonna read you with facts and make you look stupid. Why are you sitting here causing a whole ruckus on the show? This man gonna make you look stupid. And it's just like, I feel like with Dame Dash, his energy was already off at the beginning of the episode, right? His energy was off. He already came in like he was calling shots, like trying to kind of put people in their place. A kind of little boy Charlamagne and DJ Envy, trying to say, don't interrupt me because I get upset when I get okay, relax. Like, ain't nobody trying to interrupt you. We're just trying to have a conversation. And so with Dame Dash on The Breakfast Club, he was very passive aggressive the entire interview, as we all know. The whole you interrupted me and saying that they aren't doing their research. I just know for a fact that these people are not getting on this show with guests and not doing their research on what this guest is about, right? So it's been in the news that Dame Dash has filed for bankruptcy, and people are screaming broke, 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 but that does not always mean broke, right? And, I feel like he's trying to defend himself, but at the same time, the episode was just so much. I felt like it was just if I had two sons that are 6 and they're just bickering, going back and forth, and you just want to pop both of their hands, like, oh my God, kid, what is this? Like, what is this? And he claims he's the chairman of Revolt. He's making movies and everything. And then, it's just the way that he wants people to react to his good news, but you can't always expect yourself out of other people. So he's saying his accomplishments and the things that he's doing or whatever, blase, blase. And then, DJ Envy followed up with a question. And then Dame Dash is like, well, why didn't you tell me congratulations? Get out your fifis. Get out your little fifis. It's okay. Everybody don't have to, tell you congratulations. You feel congratulated within yourself. You got your squad to tell you congratulations. Relax. So it's just like, and then actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play a little clip here. For those that did not see the episode, I'm going to play a tiny clip here of Charlamagne and Dame Dash. Roll the clip.
I think you're gay. I'm sorry.
And I think you're broke.
Only girls worry about niggas' pockets anyway.
That's what you care.
You're a woman. Why do I care what
care too much
you're
about
a girl
what
with a
other people
mustache.
think,
Get out of here. You're a boy-headed girl.
You
That doesn't hurt my feelings what another girl thinks.
explaining you're losing.
Your boyfriend made that. That's what happened. Your crush made it.
All right.
And there's a lot of people like you that are gay that don't that pretend they're not. And that's not fair because you're running around.
not your
Stop.
business.
See, you guys hide your flaws. You hide your homosexuality. I don't hide. I'm transparent. Some guys was throwing you kisses because they liked your paws butt, and you went back. That's gay. You know what happens when feminine people get nervous and upset? Their voice starts cracking, their lips start shaking.
That's what you be doing when you be on all the dialogue.
Or you
when your
stand
teeth
up
be
and walk
falling out
away
and
like
shit,
you're gonna walk out 5 times.
You confidently said I'm gay.
I think you're
So I
gay.
can confidently say
I
you're
said it
broke.
in your face. I don't care if you say I'm broke.
And I think you're broke in your face.
And I
What's
think
the
you're
next
broke. I don't
question?
care. So I'm thinking to myself, either you got a crush on this man or he's paying you. One or the other.
I'm going to stop right there. If y'all want to watch the interview, watch the interview. It was funny. It was funny, but it's a lot. Like, I'm someone who gets overstimulated quickly, and I'm just like, let me take a break. I had to stop it, go do something. I feel like I went to go use the bathroom. I came back, took a deep breath, continued. But it was a lot. So we're going to move on. Oh, before we move on from that, though, Dame Dash did make a funny comment that said that Wendy Williams is Charlamagne's OG. First of all, much respect to Wendy Williams, hate what she has been going through. And she actually made a surprise appearance at the New York Fashion Week. She looked amazing. I'll insert a clip here.
Wendy, can we get a smile right here? You look so good. Oh my God. Let's go! She's back.
She stepped out, and for that, I'm proud of her because of everything that she's been through. People don't necessarily respect Wendy Williams, but I feel like she paved the way for a lot of people that want to be in radio, that want to be an actual talk show host, So shout out to you, Wendy Williams. You looked amazing, sweetie. Next, I want to get into Cardi B. Cardi B has been taking it, okay? Taking it. First of all, the rollout. I want to talk about the rollout. I want to talk about the marketing. Her team, the marketing is impeccable, I must say. And especially with her being pregnant, I feel like she's going above and beyond because that's what people see. People see her, oh wow, I did like that. People see her just being pregnant with another man's baby, right? But my thing is she's using that to not only let me draw back. She's not using that for any type of publicity. She's pregnant. It is what it is. Women get pregnant. She wants to have that man's baby, have that man's baby. That is not my business. I think that because she is pregnant, people just see her as being pregnant when really she's using all of her resources around her to drive this rollout. That the way it is, right? So she's making surprise appearances at the mall. Celebrities and artists don't do that anymore. They're not going to the mall. This is not 2001. Like 2001, when people were going to the mall to sign autographs and to just take pictures with fans, artists are not doing that. And Cardi B, she did that. She made a surprise appearance at the mall. And for that, I'm like, chef's kiss, impeccable. She has a ad with Sacred. I love me some Sacred. And, I can't even think at the top of my head right now, but the rollout has been absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I've been watching it closely because, as you know, I am a marketing girly. So it's just like, shout out to her. And the album actually slaps. It slaps. She took her jab at a few of them, I know she had a cute little read to Miss JT, to Bia, And I'm just like, whoa, okay, girl, you better talk your Cardi. Talk it. Talk it. I ain't mad at you, girl. The album slaps. I like it. And also, I saw that Iggy Azalea said something, I guess, in response to Cardi. But my thing is, Cardi wasn't talking about you. But, you know, Iggy she wants to be in the spotlight again. But if Iggy was to drop some music, I'm going to be honest, I can't even do it. Because all I can hear is tire marks. What's up with the fire marks? What's up with the runaway train? If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch this. Roll the clip.
Splash! You feel good? I feel fucking hot. Tire marks. Finish line with fire marks. When the green light starts to move on the way train. Master, she on the pants, got spit like a plaster. Raptor, battery, did like go like dash, faster, motorbike faster. He gotta get a bitch, pass on a rapture. White bitch, go back and blow like a wind. Perhaps your rooftop in the wind. When I win, no, when I win a leg up like she got hoes on call. Got hoes on call to come through, take a protocol. Just damage it, that's my protocol. These many Australians on slow, so no camera. I don't care who you are. No killer rap, gotta give it to you raw. Bitch, 1 point, when the pass me the joint, gotta twist this beat. I'm spraying my joint. Straight crack rap. Won't till the pop, who go to the rap city, no ticket, yeah, should he do it? I'm no diggle from motherfucking man. It's Iggy, not jiggle.
That is what I know Iggy Azalea for. Nothing else. I mean, of course, I'm so fancy. I don't care. Tire marks. That right there, that song's going down in history. So if she's going to come out with something, come out with that. I don't want to hear anything else. Not from you. But we move on. So this next topic is a very sensitive topic to me because we all know how I feel about my good sister, my good girl, mother, Beyonce Giselle Carter. And it's been said that Jay-Z and Beyonce faced social media backlash after being photographed at the Reform Alliance Casino Night Gala on September 14, 2025. They were seated at the same table as Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner. While some fans defended the couple, reciting assigned seating for the charity event, the viral photo and appearance with Trump family ignited criticism and divided fans online who questioned the decision to associate with the Trumps. Now, this is sensitive because I just feel it in my bones. I think that seats were assigned, and I also feel like it was on purpose because they knew that if somebody was to get a picture of Beyonce&JayZ, who don't stand for none of that, at the same table talking to Ivanka Trump, they knew it was going to get some people just fired up, especially the fans that already don't even like them. So I feel like everything was a strategy move, and it may not have, they probably didn't have any say-so in it, you know? It was like, these are their seats. Who knows? They probably asked, like, is there anywhere else we can sit? I'm so sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Carter. This is the only seats, you know? And they sat down. Next thing you know, people are talking to them because you're at the table. Like, some people just start conversations. Like, you never know. And, like, who wants to be rude? Ain't nobody just about to just be rude, you know? It's a lot of money at these things. So they probably was just having small talk. And because somebody captured a video and photo of them just exchanging words and smiles and everything, I feel like it was just taken out of context and it now spiraled into something that it probably isn't. But then again, that's my opinion. Who knows? But you will never, and I mean never, make me hate Beyonce. That's my girl. I went to Renaissance and Cowboy Carter. And I will be going to the third one. Do not play with me. I am a certified Beyonce fan. I can recite any song that she has. I can recite it because that is my girl. When I think of Beyonce, I just think of art, her mind, her creativity. It's a beautiful thing. We stand Beyonce over here, and if you don't like it, get off, stop listening, stop watching. Bitch. But we move on. Now I'm going to get into something that has the world just in uproar, right? Jimmy Kimmel gets suspended indefinitely due to comments on Charlie Kirk's death, and that has caused the people to spiral. I'm going to take a sip of coffee before I get into this. 1 second. That's good right there. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so Jimmy Kimmel. And you know, I'm not a person that politics has just recently become something that I actually care about, because at first I really didn't, because of the anxiety, right? It's always something going on in this hellhole of a world, hellhole of a country that we live in. This is hell. But I feel like it's been something that I've become a little bit more passionate about, because it's just so crazy. And I feel like, when I was younger, I never necessarily had to watch the news. It was always my parents. But now that I am an adult, I have a child to take care of, I feel like I need to be informed on what's going on at all times, especially being a woman, a mom, and I'm black. I always have to be tuned in. So Jimmy Kimmel, as we all know, he's a television host and comedian. And Jimmy Kimmel Live, he said some things about Charlie Kirk that people said was a joke. It wasn't a joke. I believe he just had comments, right? Freedom of speech. Is it in this room? Do we have it in this economy? Do we have it in this country? I don't know. But I'm going to play the clip of what Jimmy Kimmel said about Charlie Kirk. Roll the clip.
We had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half-staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House.
Yes. Okay. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. There's demolition, construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish, okay?
Okay, we're going to stop it right there. So as you can see, and as what you heard, the comments, freedom of speech. He has a right to feel how he feels, just like everybody else does, right? Apparently. However, with the FCC threatening ABC about having Jimmy Kimmel on TV after he said what he said about Charlie Kirk, they had him suspended indefinitely, and that was crazy, because it's just like now it's becoming apparent. It is apparent that this is a dictatorship. This is not a democracy. You can't even say how you feel anymore without consequence. And I thought that that was something that the United States stood for free speech, but that clearly is not the case. So it has tons of people across the country, the nation, just in an uproar, canceling their Hulu, their Disney Plus, the ESPN, that package. They're trying to cancel all of that because ABC, is over those 3 streaming platforms. And I did some research myself and saw that the numbers, the stocks have gone completely down. Like, it's literally like, I can't even think, because it's just like I've never seen so many the numbers of how many people have canceled their bundles with them. Like, everything is just falling, it's crashing. And I am just very curious to know what's going to happen, what's going to be the next steps, because how it's going, I can see ABC suffering like how Target did. Target is still in the doghouse, you know? And I can see people canceling or not watching anything that is ran by ABC because you are so quick to be gagged by the comments of the Trump administration, even though you are for the people. People watch TV. These people in these United of the States, they watch TV. And if you take away the things that make them happy in this God-forbidden world, things that, you know, free speech, like the freedom of speech is just so expensive these days. You're taking that away from them because you're scared of the Trump administration that has done absolutely nothing for this country. Like me personally, I can't get behind anything the Trump administration is doing. This is slowly but surely becoming a dictatorship. And these people are upset. It's just a lot. It's a lot. So, you know, apparently Jimmy Kimmel, he is suing ABC for $1 billion. Now, we're going to see how that goes. I pray he gets every cent because I do feel like he was wrongfully terminated for having an opinion, just like Charlie Kirk had an opinion. But we're not going to get into that because y'all ain't going to cancel me. This is only the 3rd episode. So, anywho, moving on. Starbucks. Now, I love me some Starbucks. Their hot drinks are absolutely terrible, but I love Starbucks cold drinks, you know. They've been in my life for a very long time now. But Starbucks is serving people drinks, and the people that are requesting or buying these drinks want their name on the cup. You know how Starbucks, they'll call your name, they'll write your name on the cup, and then when the drink is ready, they call your name to come get your drink. People are requesting that they put Charlie Kirk on the drink. One second, y'all. God, let me drink my coffee. Okay. I told y'all it. Whew. Anyway, people are requesting that their name is Charlie Kirk on the drink. And they're ordering the Charlie Kirk drink, which is apparently a medicine ball with lemonade in it, I think, something like that. And I'm just like, oh, wow, groundbreaking. Groundbreaking. So, you know, I just feel like in Starbucks, apparently they're firing employees because the customers who are requesting the name Charlie Kirk on their drink, and if the barista does not put the name on there, the customer will report them. And Starbucks around the country, these here United of the States, they are terminating their employees because they're not putting Charlie Kirk on the drinks. So crazy. Moving on to other news. So LeBron James and Drake are not friends. LeBron James had a I'm gonna cut right there too. Okay. Moving on to other news. LeBron James recently had an interview, and in this interview, it was touched on him and Drake's friendship and them clearly not being friends anymore. And it comes from LeBron James getting jiggy to Kendrick Lamar's "They Not Like Us." Now, I'm going to play the clip of the interview on the part of him talking about Drake. Roll the clip.
Drake, are y'all cool? What's the status there? Is this someone you always have love for?
Always wish him the best. Obviously, different places right now. Currently, he's doing his thing. I'm doing mine. But it's always love for sure.
And I just feel like, Drake, I get it. You were in your fifis, but that was such a great song. It still is. Like, it was a great song. I hate that, it happened to your demise, of course. And a diss track literally won Grammys for Kendrick, and he was dissing you. But you can't get mad because people like the song, and maybe it goes deeper as to why they are not friends. But surface level, we know that it's because of that song. It's because of he's also cool with Kendrick, And I just feel like, Drake, you can be a little petty. A tiny bit petty. Let's get that together. But that is that light skin syndrome. That's that light skin stuff, and I don't agree. We're gonna move on. And also, we're gonna talk about the Zaina Monet artist, an AI artist that was offered a multi-million-dollar deal. This artist was created by Talisha Jones that uploaded lyrics into the Suno music generator. Now, that is crazy, and I think it is a slap in the face to artists that have worked extremely, extremely hard, and I mean tirelessly hard, to be where they are now. And even where they are now is not where they want to be. They want to do more. And AI, a multi-million-dollar deal is crazy. And, AI has proven time and time again that it's dangerous. It's dangerous, and it's literally taking the place of humans. And it's unethical, in my opinion. It's unethical, and I feel like this is the start of something terrible, because I don't want music that does not have soul. I need soul. I need something. Don't give me robot-generated music. I don't want that. The lyrics, cool. The song, I heard the song. It's cool. Like, if I'm in the store and I'm shopping and I heard it, I'll nod my head or whatever. But what about a concert? What if I want to go see this person live? What if I want to connect with this person? Because that's what artists do. They connect with you, right? Interviews and stuff. They connect. I can't do that with AI. So let's get it together. Let's not make everything AI. Let's not. Let's go back to just having human interactions, right? It's not right. It's unethical. Like, oh my God. A multi-million-dollar deal? Is any other artist getting that? Multi-million-dollars? I don't think so. But anyway, we move on. Y'all, I know I said that people are canceling their Hulu subscriptions, and don't worry. It's not even mine, it's my sister's, so we're going to have a conversation about that. But before I log out of my Hulu, I must tell y'all, Reasonable Doubt is now back on. Oh my God. Now, I don't know if y'all watch Reasonable Doubt on Hulu, but that right there is a good show. Oh my Lord. From season 1 to season 2, and now we are on season 3, and they only had 2 episodes out. Yeah, I think this Thursday will make 2 more episodes, I believe. I'm not sure how they're going to do that. But I've only seen the first 2 episodes of season 3, and I'm gagged. I'm gagged already. Because, and I don't want to ruin it for anybody who has not seen it, so I'm just going to give a 30-second spoiler, right? Jax is my girl. I love Jax. And I feel like Jax she moves strategically because she's a lawyer, of course. But I feel like she's letting Tammy get under her skin. Tony. She's letting Tony get under her skin because they share something that Jax loves, which is, oh boy. I can never think of the character's name, which is her husband. And that gets under Jack's skin because, as you know, Tony and, oh boy, why can't I think of Jack's husband's name? Jack's husband. They almost had a baby together until the baby, clearly didn't make it. I believe it was stillborn. And Tony is upset, rightfully so. That's her child. And she was actively suing Jax and her husband. But what is that man's name? Hold on. Let me see what the name is, y'all. It's gonna bother me. Hold on. His name is Lewis. His name is Lewis. So Tony was 1 second. Let me make sure I got all these people's names right, because I'm terrible with names. My God. That is the name, I believe. Yeah. Hold on, y'all. Okay, yeah, Tony, right. Tony and Lewis, Lewis stepped out. It was messy. Lewis and Tony had a baby. Baby didn't make it, stillborn. Tony, being a scorned woman that she is, she tried to go after Jax and Lewis because their kids, of course, are thriving and everything, and hers isn't. So she's hurt, of course. And, Jax is not letting off. She's not letting up at all off of Tony. And, it's such a great show. It's such a great show. So if you want to watch it before you cancel your Hulu subscription, watch it. But make sure you cancel that Hulu subscription. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I'm just saying, like, if we gonna move as a unit, y'all, we got to do what we got to do. It is what it is. But anyway, so y'all, yeah, like I was saying, today is a day that I have so much to do. I still have to clean up a lot of my house. I have to put up my fall decor outside of my house. And I'm praying the HOA don't say nothing to me, because I just want to have a little fall cheer going on, right? So I have to do that. If you want some fall decor, and if you're trying to get some Christmas decor early, I suggest getting it early than waiting till the last minute. But Hulu, God. Hobby Lobby has Christmas decor for 50% off. You can always find a good sale at Hobby Lobby, and also Michael's, right? So hop on that, because I know I will. Again, I have to get my Christmas decor, but I didn't want to just go in there looking like a mad woman and just having all this stuff in my cart. Well, not even my cart, in my baby stroller underneath, right? Crazy. So make sure y'all get y'all stuff for the holidays if you're into decor like I am. I'm trying to be a grown woman, so I want my baby to see that her mama is into the holidays, because growing up, I didn't really have that for real. So I want to start new things with my family, and yeah, we're going to get into that. So I have to do that. I have to start working out today with my brother-in-law because it's a lot going on. I have to fit into this dress for this wedding of my friend that I'm going to this weekend. So I'm like, I know it ain't going to do much, but it's something. So we're going to start, I guess, upper body today. I did cook. I cooked, by the time y'all will see this, it will be Tuesday, of course. So I cooked on Sunday. I had some chicken thighs, some yellow rice, some black beans, and I forgot to make a vegetable, but that's all right. But the chicken thighs were amazing. I seasoned those to pure perfection. And yeah, for Monday, which is today, which is where I'm recording right now, it's gonna be some leftovers for sure. But y'all, it's always a good time to talk to y'all. It's always a joy to be in front of this camera. My baby has let me record without any hassle, any backlash, and anything coming from her. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode right here. Thank you so much for listening, for tuning in. If you have made it this far, please like and subscribe. Join the channels. You can hear the audio on Spotify, on Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, of course. If you are watching, I know you're watching on YouTube or wherever you're able to get the podcast. I so appreciate you. If you have any comments or concerns, let me know. I'm always listening to anybody that wants to tell me something. Not a problem. But I'm Jada Sharice, your host, and this is Coffee Not Tea, where it's conversation, not gossip. Y'all have a good week. Bye.
All you gotta do is say yes. Don't deny what you feel. Let me undress you, babe. Open up your mind and just rest. I'm about to let you know.